to develop, but the left brain is one which connects to the core. Everyone says the people who have a left brain which is active are the talented people. So to that, let me pray that all of us keep our left brain active so that we can conquer the world with our right brains. Another beautiful thing which I wanted to convey to you, a great musician whom we all listen to, maybe in India more probably when we go to probably a lobby or a lounge, airline lounge or a hotel a lobby or something like that. We listen to his music a lot. He's a person who created amazing symphonies. And today people play his symphonies, but they don't know what it has taken for him to create this in the 17th and the 16th century. I'm talking about Beethoven. I love his music. I love his symphony. Not that I'm very technically qualified to talk about it, but one thing which amused me about him is the fact that he was deaf. Now, that's something which marveled me when I was reading about him. And I said, how is it that he's able to create such profound, perfect symphonies with not a very important aspect when you create music is listening? And I was trying to think about it now that I read more into it, because Google always gives you a lot of information which is already churned and tuned to people to read and direct in a particular manner. But just imagine if you have 5 senses and you have to probably create music, and one of them, the most important one, is not there. How does a person probably able to create? Then I was thinking probably the other senses take a bigger role. It could be the eyes, it could be probably the mouth, or it could be the most important aspect is the senses, the brains. And I'm sure he has probably gone into deafness also because of so much music he must have heard, because of the symphonies are very high volume oriented. And I'm sure that he has got the pattern in his mind already. He doesn't need to hear it. And that's so beautiful. With that aspect, I would like to probably get on with the proceedings of today's meeting, which is now getting on to the introduction of the TMoD. The TMoD is actually dressed up quite formally, looks like a symphony master already, just that he doesn't have the stick which kind of coordinates the musicians around. So he is taken over the VP education role just recently. A young Toastmaster, young as in he has joined Toastmasters very recently. I'm not going to be commenting on his age at this point of time. And also the fact that he's always had a very calm disposition about himself. That's one thing which I connect with him very beautifully because of his calm disposition. And maybe that's the reason he has chosen today to enthrall us with a very important aspect of our life, which is music. I don't know what he has in store for us. Is it some rock? Is it some ghazals? Is it some R.D. Burman 70s? I don't know. So let's move ahead and put our hands together to welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Vishal Mehta. Over to you, Vishal. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Presiding Officer Sudha, for those wonderful and encouraging words. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. It's my absolute pleasure to be the Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting. As we all know, today's theme is the magic of music. I believe in one word, if we all have to say anything about music, it would be just magic. The reason for that is it can just make us go from one emotion to another by just listening to some sort of a music, or maybe even playing an instrument or just dancing. Music really has so many forms. It's totally up to your mind and your imagination to really expand it and take it to its extreme boundaries, which I feel is not possible because music has no boundaries. With this, let me quickly share my screen, and we can just go through some really nice music memories together. So please let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So like I said, in today's meeting, we will, as music is like a universe in its own, today we'll try to touch the tip of this iceberg and this whole try to explore this whole world of music. So let's get started. However, before we do that, we would like to play a small tribute to our very own Pandit Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma. As we know, the Santoor maestro just passed away a few days back, and we really hope that his soul rests in peace. May I request a 30-minute, we all observe a 30-minute silence to pay our due respects to this legend. Okay, so let's move on. Music really influences us in so many different ways. It has so many different forms, as I've said. You can sing, you can dance, you can play an instrument, and so on. All of this instantly helps us to swing our mood and makes us feel happy and energized. If this is not magic, then tell me what is. Let's try to create a moment of magic right now and see. Let me ask you, let's go around the room and let me ask you, what is the first thing that comes into your mind when we hear of the word music? So let me just quickly go around the room and see. I'll just call out names, and maybe you guys can just say what is the first thing that comes into your mind. So let me start off with our presiding officer, Toastmaster Sudha.
Dance.
Amazing. Toastmaster Walter.
Sorry. Yeah. So whenever you says regarding the music, I remember the Mukesh actually. Not the sing, but Mukesh songs I love much. So
Amazing. How about Toastmaster Ritik?
I'll say Eminem.
Eminem. Nice. Toastmaster
And one
Engelbert?
more,
Yeah,
Vishal, one more
sure.
name is Snoop Dogg.
Oh, nice one. Looks like you're pretty much into rapping. So let's see, maybe we can have later in the session, Ritik, be prepared to, like, for some rap session. Toastmaster Engelbert?
So I think it's very uplifting, especially when you are a little bit stressed or something, or you do not want, to watch any movie or something. But that music is something which anytime, even while traveling, or even when you're taking a nap, sometimes you just want to put a earphone and yeah. So it's, I think, uplifting a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Toastmaster Sonam?
When I think of music, it helps me calm down, feel relaxed, and forget everything and just get into that zone of getting into an altogether new zone. Yeah.
Absolutely. Toastmaster Alvin?
Yeah, music for me is peace, relaxation, and I'm very fond of music. Even on the bike when I'm traveling, my wife is behind or kids are behind. And in the helmet, I keep on singing, and so that gives me a lot of peace. So I've been singing on stages also.
Wow.
So there are some recordings that I put on some music sites also. So music is very dear to me. especially singing. I don't, as Sudha said, I'm not so technical about music. I don't understand the ABCD of music, but then singing is what I call music for myself. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thanks for sharing that, Alvin. Toastmaster Mehak.
Yeah, for me, music, it makes me lose control.
Amazing, amazing. Toastmaster Sangram.
Well, it's something that soothes my mind. I love to listen to soft music, like maybe my favorite singer, Sonu Nigam, but it really, relax the mind when I listen to music.
Absolutely, absolutely. Toastmaster Rishikesh.
Yes, same like Sangram. It allows me to soothe myself and to relax myself whenever
Amazing.
I listen to. Yes, thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And last but not the least, a guest, Tasleem. Would you like to share?
For me, music is peace.
Peace. Amazing. Thanks, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So, as we already discussed, it's such a vast genre of things, and honestly, it's like sometimes I get pretty speechless even expressing how can you express something like music in words, for that matter. As we all saw that everyone's look passionate about music in one form or the other. So thank you so much, everyone. I know we are running slightly behind, so maybe we'll get a bit started with the schedule, and then maybe as we move on, we'll try to have some fun activities around side music as well. So to begin this meeting, I would like to introduce the tag team. And the first one is the timer. So Toastmaster Sonam, if you could brief everyone regarding your timing role.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sonam, timer for the day. Keeping your speech within time is imperative so that you can ensure audience's attention to what you say, which makes you an effective speaker. As a timer, I'll be helping the speakers to express their thoughts within the limited allotted time. I'll be timing the prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and speech evaluation for today's meeting. My screen will show a set of 3 colors depending on the time. Green, which indicates the qualifying time for your speech. Yellow indicates the target time, and red is the maximum time allotted to you. I request speakers to see my screen, which will help them in completing a speech on time. For a 5 to 7 minute prepared speech, screen will show green at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. For a 1 to 2 minute table topic speech, my screen will show green at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the upper side of the time limit. For speech evaluation, screen will show green at 2 minutes and yellow at 2 minutes 30 seconds and red at 3 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. I'll present the timing report when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonam. That was a wonderful introduction. Next, we move on to our R counter and Toastmaster Walter. If you can share the guidelines for that, that would be amazing.
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. So, as an R counter, my role, the purpose of R counter is to note the words and sounds that are used as the crunch words, pause fillers by anyone who speaks during the meeting. I will listen for these overused words, including and, well, but, so, you know. And I will also listen to the filler sounds, including ums, and ers. I will also note when speaker repeats the words or phrases such as I, or maybe that means, that means. At the end of the meeting, I will prepare the report of these and present when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Vishal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Walter. Next, we have the grammarian. So, Toastmaster Sangram, over to you for the grammarian guidelines.
Thank you, Vishal and fellow Toastmasters. As a grammarian, my role is to pay close attention to the speakers, all the speakers, listen to them carefully and make a note of any misuse of English language. Also, I'll be making a note of usages such as your sayings or thoughts, which and which I will be sharing with them at the end of the meeting. As a grammarian, my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is epitome. I hope I have pronounced it correctly. If you help me with that. This word meaning is a person or a thing that is a perfect example of a particular quality or type. To give an example of epitome, Sachin Tendulkar is an epitome of success in cricket, or she is an epitome of a kindness. Or maybe I can say that Mr. Gandhi was an epitome for the peace to the youth of India. So I would urge each and every speaker to use this word in their speeches or whenever they speak. But before, can someone volunteer themselves to with a few examples? Anyone? Vishal, maybe you can start.
Virat is epitome of cover drive.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's a good one, Ritik. Epitome. So I would say, I think cricket is already gone, so I'll need to really think about maybe. Yeah, Walter, if you can go, I'll think about it in the meantime.
Yeah.
I can help you out.
So basically, for us, for Toastmasters meeting, the prepared speeches are the epitome of the core of this meeting. So that's what.
Yep.
Thank you.
Really good.
Anyone else would like to try?
Yes, so I think we should say कि Vishal is epitome of dressing well in our Toastmasters.
Absolutely.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Great. Okay. Thanks everyone. Over to you, Vishal.
Okay. Thank you, Sangram. That was really interesting, and thanks for those wonderful guidelines. So in today's meeting, we have also a bit of an addition. So we are introducing a new role called the Trivia Master, and I would like to just hand it over slightly to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Sudha, to kind of just give us a brief on what this role is all about. So over to you, Toastmaster Sudha.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. And we always want to bring in some new changes, new additions, which can add value to all the members who attend our meetings. So Trivia Master was one thing which I saw in one of the meetings that I attended as an evaluator. And what they do is the Trivia Master is a person who makes notes of key points in the meeting, either in the prepared speeches or the table topics. And there is a small quiz which the Trivia Master does at the end. This is only to enhance the listening skills and how much you probably pay attention to the meetings. And it also improves your table topics because you have to listen to the topic to be able to think and speak. So it's all about coordinating a few essential skills for better public speaking. So I'll be the Trivia Master today also, along with the general evaluator. So I will take up the Trivia Master along with my GE session. Yeah, thank you. Over to you, Vishal.
Cool. Thank you so much, Sudha ma'am, for introducing that new role. All right. So I hope we all are pretty much set for the prepared speeches. However, before we start that, let's try to loosen up a bit and see if we really have any volunteers who would want to come ahead and maybe sing us a song or maybe show us some really cool dance moves. Anyone?
Sudha is having music classes, so the only person who can sing.
A music class means I'm learning to sing. Doesn't
Give us
mean
some
I'm
glimpse of it.
there. Maybe if I give music class, it's a different story. Why don't we start with Alvin? I think Alvin said that he sings, and I'm sure there are some other people. I will name them. I think I know they sing, but I'll come back to that later.
I'll request some time for me. I'm just getting, there's a wedding in my family, so there's a lot of chaos around.
Wedding is
So,
even better actually, Alvin. Like, you
अरे ये
can just
छोटा
get
गाना गा दो यार.
नहीं मैं गा लूंगा मैं. So थोड़ा time दो. Next I'll come up. Just give me some
Next
time.
person, okay, fine. I think Glenn sings.
Not next person. थोड़ा सा time दो मुझे. I'll set up.
Okay, Engelbert and Glenn, I'm sure they sing. And Mehek also sings. I think I know that. So let's have some volunteers, guys. Come on.
Mac is coming on stage. Mac.
Yes, come on, Mehak. This is
I
good practice for you
have.
before your prepared speech. So, like, your vocal cord gets a bit warmed up as well.
Yeah, I have one in my speech. That's why I don't want to sing now.
Ah, okay, okay.
Glenn has suddenly put his video off. I don't know why. Engelbert?
Engelbert?
Not a singer.
Anyone? Sudha ma'am, looks like you'll only have to, like, lead from the front.
I sing very badly, guys. I'm
At least
just
you have to, like,
learning.
start
We
so
won't
others will,
judge you,
like,
Sudha. Like you can start singing.
yeah, exactly.
Sudha, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
You're on mute, yeah.
I'll start.
Okay,
Very good.
amazing.
Go for it.
That's the spirit
Sudha
always.
is feeling good now.
No, I'm not in a comfortable position to sit around, no? So people are moving around, and so that's the reason I said I give me some time. Okay, I'll put a karaoke around so that I'm more comfortable. Just hold on, huh? Give me a minute. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Maybe I can sing for that time.
Who is that?
Who said
I'm
it?
a guest, Akash.
Yes, please
Yeah,
go for
Akash,
Akash.
please go ahead.
ये शाम मस्तानी मदहोश किए जाए मुझे डोर कोई खींचे तेरी ओर लिए जाए ये शाम मस्तानी दूर रहती है तू मेरे पास आती नहीं होठों पे तेरे कभी प्यास आती नहीं ऐसा लगे जैसे कि तू हंसते हुए गोई पिए जाए ये शाम मस्तानी मदहोश किए जाए मुझे डोर कोई खींचे तेरी ओर लिए जाए ये शाम मस्तानी. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. That was fantastic. Alvin, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool.
चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए मिलन की मस्ती भरी आंखों में हजारों सपने सुहाने लिए ओ चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए ये मस्ती के नजारे हैं तो ऐसे में संभलना कैसा मेरी कसम जो लहराती डगरिया हो तो फिर क्यों ना चलूं मैं बहका बहका रे मेरे जीवन में ये शाम आई है मोहब्बत वाले जमाने लिए ओ चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए
वो आलम भी अजब होगा वो जब मेरे करीब आएगी, मेरी कसम कहीं भैया छुड़ा लेगी, कभी हंस के गले से लग जाएगी, है मेरी बाहों में मचल जाएगी, वो सच्चे झूठे बहाने लिए ओ चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए.
Awesome, awesome, Toastmaster Alvin. That was like amazing.
बहारों में नजारों में नजर डालूं तो ऐसा लागे मेरी कसम कोई रहे भरे काजल घटा ले, खड़ी है मेरे आगे रे शर्म से बोझल, झुकी पलकों में जवारातों के फसाने लिए चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए, मिलन की मस्ती भरी आंखों में हजारों सपने सुहाने लिए हो चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए. ला 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 ला, हे 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 हो हो हे 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 ha 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 ha. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Fantastic, Alvin.
Brilliant. What yodeling, man. I love it.
I missed something in between. Like I just got lost when I was singing. So the last stanza I could not carry it properly.
Brilliant.
So I think looks like we need to have one more role, like, added like a music master, like, going forward or something. But amazing, Alvin. I think you really set up the tone for like today's session. Thank you so much for like really expressing yourself through this song, and like yeah, thank you once again. All right, so let's get started with our first session, which is the prepared speeches. And we'll start off with the first speaker, who's Toastmaster Ritik. Before that, before I call Ritik, let me call his evaluator, Toastmaster. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, myself. Walter.
Toastmaster Walter, to give the speech guidelines.
Yeah. So today my speaker Ritik is delivering his L3P2 speech using a presentation software from Pathway Dynamic Leadership. The time for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title is NFTs. Basically, the purpose of this speech for the members to demonstrate his or her understanding of how to use the presentation software, including creation of slides and incorporating technology into the speech. And that will finally use this slide will finally use to support and enhance the speech. So that's it from my end. Over to you, TMoD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Walter. All right, Ritik, the stage is all yours. So Toastmaster Ritik, the start of a new generation NFTs, the start of a new generation NFTs, Toastmaster Ritik.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. The start of a new generation NFTs. You all must be wondering, in 2010, everybody was saying, you should buy a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or something. You didn't buy that. Then someone said, you should buy this stock. It will rock after 2-3 years. We didn't buy that. Then someone said 2 years back, you should create NFTs now, and they will be worth same as Bitcoin's worth is today. So why these jargon words are coming in the market nowadays? Bitcoin, NFTs, someone is saying metaverse, and we don't know about them. We know a little bit about them, but why they're talking about them? So today we will talk about NFTs. So what is NFT? So NFT stands for non-fungible token. So what do we mean by non-fungible token? Let's understand about what is a fungible thing. For example, if you have 2000 rupees, so you can easily replace those that 2000 rupee note by 500 rupee notes. So 2000 rupee note is a fungible thing there. You don't own the note, you own the money only, and that can be replaceable by the other thing. So what is the non-fungible thing then? Your home with the registry. So you can't replace that by something else. That particular property is owned by someone who owns that particular home. So house is a non-fungible thing. And the same way, for example, you have mobile and you have emotions attached to that and you own that mobile. So that mobile cannot be replaced by something else. So non-fungible things are those which are not breakable anymore. So then what is a token? So token can be anything, a digital form of an image, video, or music as well, as Alvin sung a song for us. So that was a form of a token, but still it's a raw material for us. So why we need NFTs? There is a clear answer for that. In NFT world, you own that property, but in a real world, you don't own the property. You just keep your name with it. So for example, in movie theaters, someone is recording a movie and putting it on a website so that other people can download it. So there you can't do anything. You don't own that thing. That is just a production of something. So how you can make sure you own that thing, and that is controlled by you only, not by someone else or some institution. So for example, if a company is producing a music, they have to take copyrights for that music and all those things, and those records will be maintained by the government or some other institute. But in case of NFT, we use blockchain, we use cryptography to store the data. So there is another comparison NFT world. There is an NFT image, NFT token, and then there is a real world. There are multiple websites from where you can download the music and video as well. So how you can create an NFT? Let's understand about that. So you have an image, you upload that image on the cloud. This is a server, and then you create an NFT token. And how do you create that NFT token? By using blockchain or some website which is producing a service. So for example, there is a Mint. So in Mint, this is based on Ethereum. So if you heard about cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. So Ethereum coin is based on Ethereum blockchain. So Mint is based on the Ethereum. So you can say it as a Ethereum NFT technology. You create a transaction, you append the transaction into the blockchain. Blockchain is nothing but a train which has multiple bogies in it, and you append your transaction into the end of the train. That's all you can understand about it. And now you own that property with the one key. That key is very private to you, and that is unique throughout all the digital copies of it. A more basic understanding is in blockchain, in the NFT, you give a blockchain and your NFT token. Token is just an image, media, or anything, and you'll get a digital copy of it, and along with the NFT unique ID. So now you have an attachment with that particular media file. Like, who owns that property now? And now where can you sell it? So there are multiple platforms. We'll talk about one which is specific, that is OpenSea. You can visit this website and you can create your NFT. So NFT is just in a media file along with some token with it. So you can check out this website. It's free to use, and you can earn some money in Bitcoins, not in the form of a dollar or something. And Bitcoin is very costly, even in Ethereum also. What is the worth of NFTs? This is an image which is worth of $2.7 million. And you can see it's just a simple image. It is a monkey with a crown. This image is only worth of $2.7 million. So you can see how much scope is there. So for example, it's more of a branding of a content. So for example, if you created an NFT of this particular image, now you are the owner of that NFT. Until you don't give a right to somebody else, they can't use it. Just take a same example in case of a house. If you have a registry of it, then you are the owner of that house. So the court or government can identify you as the owner of that property. So this is the change which is NFT is making in the market right now. And there are some stats about it. So for example, the first stat is the NFT average price in January 2020 was $30, but it went to $4,000 in next year, February 2021. And now in the March 2021, there are 80,000 weekly NFT transactions are there. And there's one more surprising fact is there. Now the price of the Beeples every day sold for is $69 million. This is the one NFT which was sold in $69 million. So there is a lot of scope, and you understand this thing in the same way. If there is a more demand and less supply, then the price will be high. That is why a lot of people in the Bollywood also, they are moving towards NFTs. They're creating their NFTs, and companies are taking license of images of actors or somebody, so that they can use that image in the future, and nobody else can use that image without their permission. So that is the change which NFT is making in the market. And there are some references which you can use to understand about NFTs little more in depth, and also how you can create an NFT, how you can sell that NFT in the market. So we just went through with the brief, and you can dig in deep with these links. And that's all from my side. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritik. That was very enlightening talk on the NFTs. I'm quite sure a lot of people who didn't really have much idea about it got quite some enlightenment. So thanks for that. The next speech is by our Toastmaster Mehak. So if we can have Toastmaster Mehak spotlighted. In the meantime, I will call her speech evaluator. I believe it's Toastmaster Sudha. So Toastmaster Sudha, if you could let us know the
objectives of this speech.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, and good morning, fellow Toastmasters. The purpose of the project that my speaker will be attempting today is to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of the project is also to share some aspect of her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. She also has responded to a questionnaire to help identify her primary leadership goals. The project is from persuasion, the art of persuasion pathway, as well as L2P1 is the level of the speech. Good luck to you, Toastmaster Mehak, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. So, Toastmaster Mehak, the leader I want to be, Toastmaster Mehak, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adams, the 6th President of the United States of America. It's difficult to lead a team when the players don't get along with each other. Not because they haven't tried, but because they didn't get a chance to. When I was the captain for the hockey team that represented Mumbai, we got on the train as players from Mumbai CST for Ramanathapuram, and after 2 days when we got off, we were a team. It was my responsibility to get these players to bond with each other, to have a smooth game on the field. And did I succeed? Well, not 100%, There were still arguments and fights off the field, but the game on the field was a beauty. I had unknowingly explored the affiliative leadership style as I tried to bond with the team. Sometimes, when we were about to face a team that was much stronger than us and had players who were overaged, to boost morale and to at least try to eradicate some of the fear from the minds of my teammates, I used to get certain goals. I used to set certain goals and strategies. Like the opposite team shouldn't come beyond our 25-yard line. One of our main players to stay in the opposition's D the whole time. My target with the other two of our senior most players was to feed the ball to that player in the D so that she can take a shot. My objective was to at least prepare their minds that even if we lose, we'll give our best out there. This kind of leadership style is called pace setting, where the higher goals are set and the leader works alongside with his teammates in achieving that one single goal. My mom, one of my role models that I've always looked up to. She isn't just my mother, but also my coach. The most fabulous thing about her is that she can split herself into both those roles. On the field, she's my coach, and I've watched her as she spends a great deal of time and energy on these children, who are in the age range of about 5 to 23. A wide variety of kids who would never even be considered as a player if given into the hands of another coach. She takes her time identifying each individual's strengths and weaknesses and then decides where to place her to make the team strong. What she enforces is the leadership style called coaching to build our team stronger. Another one of my role models is my father. In his line of work, coordination is a key requirement, not just with the employees, but also with the outsiders, and it has to be maintained. The whole day, I watch him as he teaches, guides, listens, has an answer to every question, and if not, is always ready to learn, improve, and grow for the development and betterment of the company. Watching him deal with people made me realize you need a lot of patience, knowledge, and confidence while doing so. And this form of leadership style is called as a democratic style. My job is not to be easy on people, but to make them better. Steve Jobs, founder of Apple and one of the greatest leaders, had a my way or the highway approach to leadership. And he believed that he was solely responsible for the decisions and direction of his team. This kind of leadership style is called autocratic. He knew that he was the one in charge and he didn't need to rely on collaboration and input from his team to keep things moving forward. He believed that work was more efficient and effective when he made all of the choices. The great Martin Luther King Jr., who inspired millions with his speech, "I have a dream," one of my favorites. He had a vision of the new America, where everyone can live in peace and harmony, where everyone is given privilege of equal rights, where everyone wants to live and explore the world with opportunities. He acquired a visionary leadership style as he foresaw the bigger picture of how the country was transforming. What I realized after researching that the epitome of all these different styles is that they are implemented based on the kind of situation that has occurred, and the challenge is to understand when to opt which style. Individually, these styles may get the team out of the situation, but to become a great leader, we need to opt them all. Sometimes a teammate may need a hug, direction, constructive criticism, or maybe an encouraging song to keep them going. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow, that was fantastic, Toastmaster Mehak. Amazing. All right. So next we move on to the next speaker, who is Toastmaster Engelbert. So to evaluate Toastmaster Engelbert, again, we have Toastmaster Sudha. So Toastmaster Sudha, if you could share the speak objectives.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Sorry, just 1 minute. Sorry, just a minute, please.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. Good morning once again, fellow Toastmasters. Today, my speaker would be attempting his speech, Understanding Your Leadership Style. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or primary leadership style, pretty much the same as Toastmaster Mehak. And the speech title is also very interesting. I don't want to steal the thunder. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, and good luck, Toastmaster Engelbert.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. So Toastmaster Engelbert, cocktail, Toastmaster Engelbert. Over to you.
I'm sure all of you have tasted cocktail, if not mocktail, and I can see some smiling faces, and even those who have put their videos mute, I'm sure why the word cocktail will definitely bring their attention. So whoever I can see, probably I could just ask one simple question. There must be some times where you have tasted a cocktail and not enjoyed it as much, and there would be some cocktail which you do not know the ingredients, but you feel very happy about it, or you can still remember the name, or okay, that day I had that cocktail at that party or at that function, and it was really, at that restaurant. I think next time if I go, I have to choose that. So one open question to all of you. So because based on your inputs, it will help me build my topic or my speech. So what do you think makes a cocktail a special one, according to you? So I think we can start with Sonam. If anything, like what do you? Yeah, you're mute, Sonam. Yeah.
I think perfect blend and balance of sweetness and that.
The balance, correct. Very
yeah.
true. Okay,
Yeah.
the balance of different taste or flavors.
Yes.
Very good. Over to you, Sudha.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a choice of the ingredients which uh, don't stop or inhibit the flavor of the other ingredient. So I think it's very important that you allow the flavor of the ingredient come out in full form. I think that's what is the key to any mocktail being really good and memorable.
Wow. So you mean to say each one maintain its flavor, but at the same time help complementing each other. So I think I'm coming more closer to the topic, So, but before I connect this activity to my topic, a very good morning to Toastmasters of the Day, Vishal Mehta, to all my fellow Toastmasters, and even to the guest. Today's session was indeed an epitome in its own way. It's raising its own standard despite of so many challenges. One, we see we have so many singers. Rarely we get to even know who are the singers in our group, despite we've known each other over a year. And one more epitome in leadership, I could say, is Alvin, who led in his own beautiful way, who enjoyed. He was unstoppable, unbeatable, and he just went on. And looking at him, we all enjoyed, despite of time, but we all enjoyed it. Now, the same enjoyment, let me take you back to one of the memory lanes of my situation in an organization, in one of my previous organizations. So, welcome team. So this is a recruitment team, a new team for this month, and we have a huge target to meet. So do you all have any suggestion? Yes, Engelbert sir. What I have is, can we add more members or can we reduce the target? Now let me take you back even more to the memory lane part 2, where here I am with a group of volunteers who are feeding people, hungry people. So welcome volunteers. Let's have something new this time. We always feed people. This time, let's try to do something a little different. Let's try meeting elderly people who are alone and let's share with them some stories. So how many of you all are with me? Angel, but sir, it will cost lot of time and efforts. I think we'll stick to the main purpose. Oh my God. These two memories in my memory lane are like the greatest lessons of my life. It is the perfect recipe to make the worst cocktail ever in leadership. As rightly said, wisdom comes to somebody who searches for it. And these two incidents always taught me, because we always know whether we lose or we win, we always want to win in our own eyes. So even after failure, we try to ponder over it. We try to think over it. We try to say, no, yeah, I think I should have replied that way, or no, yeah, I think I should have not come up only with this idea. And we do it all this way. But one thing what I learned, whether I use the method in voluntary, I tried to use the pace setting, where I tried to set an example, a higher standard, and expected that everybody will follow me. That didn't work. Or in a recruitment team, where I tried to use a democratic, taking inputs from everybody, and all their inputs were actually leading to somewhere else and not increasing the standards, but actually decreasing their own potential. I was expecting that they will say that we will try to increase our capabilities, but they were trying to find faults all around the place. So I would not say that swiping the methods would work, but what I would understand is, just as we started first, where two of our wonderful Toastmasters already gave the essence, that is the balance of styles. So here we could have a balance of democratic as well as pace setting, wherein I not only do the benchmark or set the benchmark, but I also take the inputs of how we can mold or mend our ways. And second, and which is most important, is I should not forget that I as an individual have different capabilities. Each and every member have their own ways and styles. Like if I'm expecting as a leader, or I'm leading with a title, then they also would be leaders by themselves, leading without title. So I would like to end with a very beautiful saying from Brian Stacy: is a leader is a one that brings out the extraordinary from ordinary people. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Engelbert. That was very, very wonderful speech indeed. Now, let's go to our timer to share the timing report for the prepared speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster Sonam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. I'll just present the report. Yeah. Toastmaster Ritik has taken 18 minutes 17 seconds. Considering the time, I think this would not be for a qualification. This would not qualify for evaluation. Toastmaster Mehek 5 minutes 49 seconds, which will qualify for evaluation. And Toastmaster Engelbert has taken 7 minutes 11 seconds and qualify for evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sonam. I believe Ritik can't be 18 minutes, might be like 8 minutes or something. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, it was 8 minutes, 18 seconds, I think. Well, when
Okay.
Yeah,
the screen
yeah,
was
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 minutes.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, Ritik gave a good speech. However, unfortunately, he's not really qualified, so he's gone a bit over his time. But yes, Toastmaster Mehak and Toastmaster Engelbert both have qualified. So thank you, Toastmaster Sonam, for the timing report.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Cool. So let me share my screen again. Let me know when you can see my screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. So yes, I mean, I would just like to give a bit of an insight of my transition of music. I believe this would be the case for quite a few as well, but I'm not really sure. The first is the beginner stage, wherein the first thing we normally hear is the lullabies when we are like rocking in the cradle, and that's the first time when we actually get introduced to music in our life. I'm not really sure on what the thought process might be going on in as a small baby, but I'm quite sure we might be liking it because that's what makes us fall to sleep as well. As we grow, we get introduced to television, and that's where our knowledge of music really expands. We try to see literally see music in the form of dance or playing an instrument along with just listening to it, and our brain literally goes expands in terms of grasping the kind of music and the videos that we see. And of course, after a while, we go to the advanced stage wherein we try to become selective and try to see what kind of music taste in music do we have. And I'm quite sure some of us who've been in those days where we used to have the Sony Walkman could probably relate to it, wherein we just put on our headsets and play the cassette and the Walkman, and we are in our own world of music, listening to our favorite songs or our favorite artist. So with this, I have a few questions that I've prepared, sort of like a quiz, you can say, and let's see how many are able to get this right. So the first question that I have is, I'm quite sure everyone here must have watched the Indian Idol, right? So does anyone know who was the winner of the first Indian Idol season?
Abhijit Sawant.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So let me take it maybe to the next gear, and this is slightly more on the English music. So there's this band called Queen, and the lead singer of the band his name was Freddie Mercury. But does anyone know what was his actual real name? No googling.
One thing I know that he's a Parsi and he's
Yes.
from Bombay. I know someone
Yes.
who knows. I've gone to the same hostel that he's gone to. Yeah, I
Yes,
don't know his name though.
we're getting close to as far as Sudha. And anyone?
No, we'll have to
Okay.
use Google for that.
So his actual name is Farooq Balsara. Okay, so let me ask you another question. So which Indian singer holds the Guinness record for most studio songs?
Kumar Sanu.
Kumar Sanu is pretty much there at the top, but he's not it doesn't hold the Guinness World Record for the most studio songs.
Udit Narayan?
Uh, Slightly close, but not quite there.
A.R. Rahman?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I thought.
He doesn't really hold the Guinness. He's won a few Grammy awards, but he doesn't really hold the Guinness record for recording the most studio songs.
Is it Kishore Kumar?
It's very, very close.
Then actually it's only 1% like Mohammed Rafi.
Actually, you're also very close, but this one is
Oh my
actually
God.
Asha Bhosle with
Okay.
11,000 songs.
How
Yeah,
many? Sorry.
11,000 songs. That's the most number of studio songs ever by any singer.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I mean, when we talk about music, how can we not talk about Michael Jackson, right? So, anyone in the house here like a big Michael Jackson fan? Yeah.
I don't know about fans, but we all love him. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Cool. Can we have like maybe 3 songs if you guys remember, like like his famous songs or something?
Beat it, beat it, beat it.
Yes, that's one. Another one.
Black or white,
We are the world. We are the world.
Yes, We Are the World.
black
Another
or
one.
white,
Black and
black
white.
or white.
Black or
Black and
white.
White. Yes. Maybe another one.
Billie Jean.
Billie
Billie
Jean.
Jean.
Yes. And of course, the most famous Thriller, which was sort of like an iconic song at that time, which broke all
Heal the
sorts of
world.
records.
Heal
Yes,
the
Heal the
world.
World as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. Does anyone know in the music term, what does EDM stand for?
Electronic dance music, I think.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And I think that's like a totally new genre which was never really there, like probably a decade back, and it's really taken the world by storm, especially with the newbies and the young generation. They are like totally into the EDM music these days. And let's take one more question. So, which singer has won the most number of Filmfare awards? Any guesses?
It should have been Kishore Kumar, but I don't think it is Kishore
Mm.
Kumar.
It
Um,
actually is Kishore
It
Kumar
is
with
Kishore
oh,
Kumar.
it
Yeah,
is?
Kishore Kumar.
Okay,
Yeah.
because,
with eight
okay.
Filmfare
So
awards to
I was
his
also going to
name.
say that only, but then Sudha said
Yeah,
it.
Yes.
because there are some disappointments with his singing also. He never got the awards in the real sense also. So I thought maybe he missed this one.
No, you're absolutely right, Sudha ma'am. So awesome. All right. So with this, let's move on to our next session, which is the table topic session. And I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Rishikesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Rishikesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. So, in our daily life, we don't have the luxury to prepare ourselves as much as the prepared speeches. Ability to speak confidently and without preparation is a vital skill, and it comes with practice. At Toastmasters, the table topic session allows you to hone up your impromptu speaking skills and in a safe and friendly environment. It also gives an opportunity for other speakers who haven't had the chance to speak to and also the guests to come forward and become an epitome of impromptu speaking and carrying forward the same advice which Toastmaster Alvin had given us in the last paper topic session. It's listen, pause, confirm, and then start. We hereby shall proceed our table topics round. So, would like to have some volunteers who could just come forward for our table topics round. Yes, anyone? Alvin, should we start with you?
Yeah, no problem.
So,
As it said in Marathi, "जिथे कमी तिथे आम्ही." So as it is, I always go first. I like to go first.
yeah. So this is especially for you. I just drafted it during the session. Imagine there was a certain music running behind the speakers, the three speakers, during the prepared speech. Which type of music you wish would have been playing behind the speech, which would have definitely made them win the Best Speaker Award? And could you just have some example of it? Means could you just sing a little bit of it?
Your question was a little bit wrong, long. So can you repeat it again, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just want to catch each point what you said.
yeah.
Sorry about that, but I would like to
No, no issues. So imagine there was a certain music running behind the speakers. For example, Toastmaster Ritik was giving his speech. Likewise, Mugdha and then Angel Bird during the prepared speech. Which type of, and it's like music adds to the speech, I could say, sweetness of the speech. So which type of music you feel that would have been playing in the background, which would have made them a effective speaker and would have given them a best speaker award?
Okay. So good morning, rather good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. This is very interesting question, and yeah, I think in real sense, I would try to make justice to this thing. When it comes to cricket, I would really want if Ritik is in front of this giving this Toastmaster speech, I would prefer some cricket speech, cricket like music. Basically, the IPL the IPL music going on in the background. When I'm giving the speech, it should be behind me. Or should be that song. Hum hai king, hamare jaisa kaun hai kharab ki. So that way. So suppose Vishal giving us. So if he's giving some kind of music related to a well dressed person and a sober person giving a soft background music. Um, Generally a pop type of music with a lot of beats should be the one that I would prefer for when there is excited speech going around. So uh, a speech with a lot of beats and what is punches coming in. So knowing each one's nature, the music would be of that category, a serious one or a enjoying one, or whatever kind of. If you give me a special person, so as I said, myself, Ritik, and Vishal, so three I could say. I will have to analyze more people to understand their nature and maybe select a particular kind of song for them. Thank you to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. So, any other person? So, how about Sonam, Toastmaster Sonam?
Yeah.
So, which is the song which you closely associate with you and the reason for it?
I cannot really think about. So I'm kind of a person who is always focus oriented. So I'm not recollecting any like particular song which will depict me or will go with what kind of person I am. I can't really think of. But yeah, I can just say that I'm like the kind of person I'm always like I have things in my mind which I want to always complete and always focus driven. So a particular song which would I've never thought of this. This is.
Do you wish to have another question there?
Yeah, that would help.
Okay. So, which type of music would you prefer? Either it be in Hindi language or a regional language?
I prefer like it depends on my mood which songs do I prefer. So I love folk songs as well as certain Hindi movie songs as well. So when I'm back like in the evening, I would prefer something like soft music, some say Arijit Singh songs, which will help me calm myself because during the day I've had a lot of stress. And when I'm like in the morning times when there's all the ritual, like all the puja and stuff going on, I have those home those chantings or those religious songs which play, which are like which I've heard right from my childhood, that make me feel motivated and feel that everything's going to go well during the day and things are going to be fine, and motivates me to go and go forward. Yeah, that's the.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sonam. Now we have Glenn Smith with us. So, for Glenn Smith, if you are given an opportunity to meet any musician, which that fortunate musician be, and the reason for it?
So I'm given, yeah, firstly, thank you for the topic, topic master, Rishikesh. So I think when it comes to music, there are a lot of different bands out there, a lot of different musicians out there. But yeah, specifically, if you ask me, I think if I'm given a chance to meet any specific musician, I think I'd like to speak, like to meet up with this one, what's her name? The Colombian singer Shakira. I think she's one of my favorites. So definitely I'd want to go about and probably have a meet up with her, right? Because I like the type of music that she has, that she plays and things like that. So yeah, that's just it. I'm sure if that answered your question.
Thank you, Toastmaster Glenn.
Thank you.
And any guest now who would like to come forward? How about Heman Balsagade? Would you like to try?
Yeah, sure.
So we understand that music is composed of there are two elements in music, melody and lyrics. Which of them do you prefer the most?
It's a difficult question. Actually, melody and lyrics complement each other.
Yeah, so but we do have association with either of them. Some prefer to have preference towards melody irrespective of the lyrics, and that way I could put in a better way.
I will prefer lyrics.
Okay, and what's it like? Your preference of that?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Was it what it is that makes you have the lyrics part more prefer as compared to the melody?
Because I don't know, lyrics expresses emotions and I connect to them rather than the musical part.
Okay, so that's what I would like to ask Sudha ma'am. It's like nowadays the older we do just find in our society that the older generation is not happy about the recent trends in the music industry, at least in my society around. So what's your take on it? It's like they have that too much preference given to the music side and lyrics side, I could say.
Yes, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and in particular, my table topics master, who has given me a very interesting topic to ponder upon. It is a very long question, but I think I understood the essence in terms of what we think is the difference between a senior citizen or an older generation to music versus the younger generation. So I do belong to a generation which kind of is a bridge between both, is what I feel, because I love Kanye West, I love Shakira, I love the rappers because of my kids. I listen to the music, and I also belong to a generation where my father used to love music, where he adores Mukesh. He used to love even KP Saigal, and I belong to a generation where I've seen Kumar Sanu and Sonu Nigam and all that. So what is the difference between the transitions of music? Yes, definitely there is a big difference in the eyes of the beholder, where we feel that lyrics have taken a backseat. Dance has become an aspect of music, where, like the person who said about EDM, yes, every music has to be associated with a dance. And I think the younger generation relate to that kind of music. There's a lot of instrumental value in the present generation's music, which can be avoided. It can be leading to a lot of cacophony. And I believe that we need to look at the epitome of experience, which is what is important in listening to music. And if we can probably appreciate that finally beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, appreciation of music lies in the ears of the listener. So I believe that we should give credence to the fact that elderly people like a different kind of music because there were a lot of things which were limited. And today people have different resources to listen to music. So that's the difference. And I hope we meet somewhere in between. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. And I think we can conclude our table topic session and would like to hand over to Toastmaster Vishal Mehta.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Rishikesh. So I believe we had about 4 to 5 participants. I believe we are facing some challenges with the polling, so we may have to take that offline, but we'll keep you posted on how we go. If we are able to get any luck, we'll definitely we'll have the polling session done while we're having this meeting, but we'll keep everyone posted on that one. All right, so let's move along. Since we were already in the quiz mood, I also have a few more interesting questions. So let me again share my screen and we will go through that. So let me know when you can see my screen. If anyone can identify who's this legend.
Elvis Presley.
Yes, absolutely. I think we should have like a maybe raise of hands, and then because everyone will just say names otherwise. So let's go to the next one. Does anyone know which instrument is this one called? Can we have raise of hands? Yes, Sudha ma'am.
Is it the sealer?
Not really. Anyone else? Yes, Toastmaster Glenn.
Is it the harp?
That's right. It's the harp. All right. Which band is or which artist are these guys? Raise of hands. Yes, Hemant. Yes, Hemant.
Beatles.
Beatles. No, not really. Yes, Toastmaster Sudha.
I think give Hemant a chance. I think the guest.
Yes, guess Hemant. I think you already said the Beatles.
Is it Backstreet Boys?
No, not so close. Anyone else? Yes, I see a raised hand with the 184E4243.
Yes. Chain smokers.
Chain smokers, not really. This is a band called U2. You guys might have heard of, like band from the 80s or 90s. So let's go to the next one. Does anyone know which instrument is this? Raise of hands, please. Yes, Toastmaster Sudha.
Oh, it was. Is
From
it
the
the
previous.
saxophone?
Yes, that's right. That's a saxophone. Anyone can identify this classical artist?
Can I try?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Yeah, this is Hari Prasad Chaurasia.
That's right, guest Akash.
Alvin.
Oh, sorry, Alvin. Yeah, sorry. All right, cool. So I was just looking at the raised hand. So I think I have a couple more. So of course, I'm not going to give it so easily on this one, right? So it can't be identify this artist. So let's make it a different one. Does anyone, of course, everyone know this Taylor Swift. Does anyone know how many Grammy Awards has she won so far? Raise of hands. Okay, it's like 11 Grammy Awards. So that's quite some talent out there. And I believe we have the last one. So of course, I'm not going to go with the easy one, like identify this artist. I'm going to ask, what is Badshah's real name? If anyone is able to guess that, or does anyone know that? No one. His name is Aditya Pratik Singh Sisodia. Go figure that out. All right, cool. So I guess we had some good answers. We had some bouncers as well, but I hope it was like, you guys were able to learn something. And with this, I will stop sharing my screen and we will go to the next session, which is the evaluation session. And I hand it over to Toastmaster Sudha to take it forward.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, with those amazing trip down memory lane, and also the quizzes to keep our, neurons working. Thank you so much. And now I would like to just make one announcement, since we have a problem with the polling. Is it okay for us to just do a direct message to Walter as to who is your prepared speeches award? And also, I think we have also gone through the table topics session as well. Can we read out the speakers as well as the table topics session participants, if for convenience for the members to remember who all participated? So can we go through the prepared speeches? I do remember that it is Mehak, Ritik, as well as Engelbert. So I'll give you 15 seconds to just do a DM in terms of who you think is the best speaker to Walter. Is that okay, Walter?
Sorry, if I'm on mobile, so if Vishal, you are on the system, can you able to take the count?
Yeah, sure. Just
so I will
DM
read out
me.
the names. I will read out the names. So Sudha madam has already read out the names for speakers. I think members are requested to share their on personal chat to Vishal. According to them, who should be the winner. So we'll give a one minute or so, 40 seconds.
Yeah, I believe Ritik was sort of not qualified because he went like 8 minutes. So we will just have two, Toastmaster Mehak and Toastmaster Engelbert. So please DM me.
I think we'll give around 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Whatever. Vishal, can we go to the next one?
Yes, we can go to the next one.
So I think Mehak has got the table topics Google poll already. Have you done it already, Mehak? Is that?
Yeah, I just have the table topics poll ready. I can send the link on the chat.
Please. If you can do that, then I can proceed with the general evaluation.
It'll just take like 2 seconds.
Okay, so then we are good. So the prepared speeches, you can send it to me, Vishal.
Yes.
Later. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much for that handling of emergency, as they call it. Thank you, guys. So we go on with the general evaluation session, and for the benefit of the guest, I think it's Akash who is present. Yeah, Akash and Hemant who are still here with us. The general evaluation is the most important session for any general table topics session. Sorry. Any general Toastmasters meeting, because we feel that feedback is the most important. Sorry, I don't need a timer for this, Sonam.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So that the general evaluation is the most important part of any Toastmasters meeting. And we believe that feedback is the most important aspect which makes us improve. And how do we do the evaluation or the feedback is through different speech evaluations. And we also give evaluation or feedback of the session, the way it has been conducted. We also will be supported by the tag role players who will be giving us the detailed report of their respective roles, so that also adds into how well you have fared on using the right language, how much of not so correct language you have used, as well as the timing aspect. So to start with, let me begin with the evaluations for the prepared speeches. And to kick off the same, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Walter, who would be evaluating Toastmaster Ritik's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Walter.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster General Evaluator Sudha. So my speaker, hello, am I audible and visible? Yeah. So my speaker has delivered a speech which was actually a technical background. Ritik has delivered today's speech. He has started with the jargon words like metaverse, Bitcoin, crypto, and then he come to the NFTs. So that was a good thing. He has started with that. So the today's buzzwords. Then he explained what is NFTs, how they are unique, and how they cannot be, what is a non-fungible and fungible. So we can and he has given the right examples also, like 2000 rupees currency, we can divide it into 100 rupees, we can convert that in equivalent way. But there are certain things like house, painting, and all those things, like a music also. These are non-fungible things, these are unique in the nature. So he has mentioned that, clear that. Then he has also gone ahead and then say it's why not NFTs are used, has to be used. Second thing, then again he has also mentioned how the things are owned by us but not controlled by us, like movie theater, someone is recording and publishing and all. So he has explained it to make his a clear point how the NFTs has been controlled with the blockchain, with the cryptography. Again, he has also mentioned how to create the NFTs. And finally, he has also mentioned how to sell it, where to sell it, because this is the market today. He has also started with the giving a history, like the cryptocurrency has started when people was buying it and regret not buying it, and then regretted because the kind of investment people are doing. And NFTs is also one of the investment kind of thing, where the people can have their own unique drawings or unique creations, and they can sell it over that platform. So the overall topic was good. He has given what it is, why it is, how it is. However, the missing part, according to me, is that expectation was like he should have prepared some presentation. He should have given some examples in a presentation that can be a very visually understandable to the audience, because that is very crucial. Being this is a technical area, I think he should have used presentation effectively. It was in fact the purpose of his today's speech also. However, nevertheless, he has covered all the points very well. He has used his hand gesture very well. He was very good into that. And apart from that, he was appearing like very ease and with confidence. So those are the key things. Going ahead, what I have seen is that the Ritik has given these in past also, the speeches on the topic like cryptocurrency and then negotiation, how to do negotiation and all. I think he has to move over the period, leaving this technical jargons. He has to move it towards the more storytelling kind of thing, and that will help us to better his long-term the communication or the public speaking journey. That's it from me. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Walter, and for that detailed cryptic evaluation. An IT person giving a cryptic evaluation to another IT person. So I'm sure that's something, and being a Toastmaster. So I'm sure there is a lot of benefit to that. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Walter. The second speech was given by Toastmaster Mehek, and we had some dropouts, and I will be the evaluator for Toastmaster Mehek as well. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and in particular, my speaker, Toastmaster Mehek. The leader I want to be. Mehak has always been a unique Toastmaster in our club because, of course, she's the youngest and also the person who brings a lot of reading and sports into her speeches. And this was also the same in this particular speech attempt of hers. She started with the incident about her being the hockey player and how she probably handled an affiliative leadership style in trying to set goals and strategies for her team members to achieve her goals. She also brought up pace setting, leadership style to deal with senior members. And yes, she talked about her mother, who was also a coach, and how she took time, irrespective of the team member and his or her abilities, how she or he can be useful to the team. And that's where the coaching aspect came in. And yes, her father, another influential person in her life, who probably brings forth the democratic way of leadership. She also cited the instance of Steve Jobs, who was an autocratic leadership style and ended up with the visionary leadership style of Martin Luther King. So I think she covered a good understand. She had a good understanding of the different leadership styles that people do follow, and she took inspirations from her reading, her sports, and also the important aspect of people around her. She was noticing, observing, and she also probably chose to pick up those particular aspects of leadership which probably must have touched her or moved her or maybe made her ponder. So kudos to that. You have brought in the objectives of the speech, which was that. So what is it that I would probably ask you to improve on? The only thing I feel that you as a person was missing there, a little bit more of you in terms of what you feel about this leadership style strongly and what you want to, what kind of leader you want to be ahead. That was your topic. So that could have made this speech a little better. Other than that, congratulations, great job. Over to you, General Evaluator. So I've also been asked to evaluate Toastmasters Engelbert's speech. So you're going to get very bored of me by the end of today, let me tell you. You're hearing me a lot. I think maybe even more than the Toastmaster of the day. But I guess we have to pull up the positions and take up whatever we can because the show must go on. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and in particular, my speaker, Toastmaster Engelbert. Cocktail. You know, the person who actually comes to my mind when I said cocktail was Tom Cruise. And that's why I had a smile and I said, I'm not going to steal the thunder away. And I wanted to hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day. It was a beautiful analogy of cocktail and leadership, which you brought forth today in your speech. It was also great when you opened up the question to the Toastmasters to ask them, what is it that the cocktail becomes different? What is the ingredient which makes it different? And there were different thoughts and analogies which were brought forth. It is absolutely right. The best recipe to make the worst cocktail is when you try to just follow one particular leadership style. It's always about blending the leadership to suit a particular situation, and also the fact that each situation and human beings have to be dealt in a different manner. So you brought forth the fact that you need to probably have a flexible leadership style to suit a particular situation and also the people that you're actually leading. So a great message, a very good speech with good content, body, opening. And yes, there was something missing in the end. I thought your end was not complete with, you were trying to say something, you wanted to end it with a more powerful message, but I think that was missing. You did make it up with the particular quote which you said about extraordinary, trying to get the extraordinary from ordinary people. That is a quote, but I thought the message was missing in some manner. Also, another feedback to you, Engelbert, is that you did a wonderful job by engaging in conversations, which was a very good way to depict a particular situation rather than narrating it. That was great. Kudos to you. So, and you also stood up and moved positions. That's the way you actually make it real. That also kudos to you. So the only part which I think was missing was your own experience, as well as a little bit more of the ending could have done great justice to the speech. Otherwise, overall, a very good speech. I'm sure you're really going places. I can see a lot of improvement and comfort and confidence in the way you hold the ground. So kudos to you, and wishing you all the best in the future. Thank you. So before I get into the general evaluation role of mine, I would like to probably call upon the tag role players to present their reports. And for that, let me call the timer, please. Is the timer?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll just present my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so for general evaluation, Toastmaster Walter had taken 3 minutes, 11 seconds. Toastmaster Sudha had taken 2 minutes, 32 seconds for evaluation of Mehak, and for evaluation of Toastmaster Engelbert, she had taken 2 minutes, 52 seconds.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonam. I would like to now call upon the R counter to present the R counter report.
Sure. Thank you, General Evaluator Sudha. So, sorry, I have some technical issues on my system, so couldn't able to share the screen. However, I will just quickly brief through the whatever the R counters I have on and filler phrases I have captured. So, Toastmaster Sangram, who was Sa and grammarian, he has the filler words 5+, and the filler phrases as a 5+. There was 2 pauses. Sudha, filler words will be 5+. Then there was 1 and there was 3 repeat words while doing her PO and then subsequently for the evaluation. Vishal Mehta, TMoD, counters will be like filler words would be a 5+. There was 1 so, and there were 5+. Sonam has counter 3 during her timer briefing. Myself, again, I have got more than 5 counter and still I couldn't count mine. During the speeches, the Ritik was having 3 R's and 2 Ms. Engelbert having 3 pauses. Mehak, I couldn't able to listen her through, but whatever I could able to listen her, she was flawless. Then table topic master Rishikesh was having 5 filler words, 5+ filler words. Then while table topic sessions, Sudha madam was having 2 hours. Then Sonam was having 3 hours. Glenn was having 5+ filler words, and then 1 so and 1 Alvin was having while table topic session was 5+ filler words, 1 so and 1 but. And Hemant was a guest. I think he was also talking, and I could capture a few filler words, which was around 5. During evaluation, I couldn't able to capture mine, and for the evaluation of the Mehak, Sudha madam, I couldn't able to capture anything. She was flawless. However, for Engelbert's evaluation, she was having 5+ filler words. Overall, what I observed is that whenever in table topic and whenever we are trying to recollect something, filler words comes more and more. Whenever we are good into that your thought process, then sometimes the filler phrases comes. Otherwise, you are flawless. That's my observations. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Walter. Absolutely. We become flawless when we are in control of what we're going to speak. And that is the moment of truth which we are pursuing through these sessions. So let's reach that goal where we don't use any R's and no filler words, and we are perfect. Thank you so much. And we now move on to the grammarian, who would be Toastmaster no, I'm sorry.
Sangram.
Toastmaster Sangram, yes. Toastmaster Sangram, would you like to table your grammarian's report?
Oh, yes, Sudha, but I am not able to see the screen.
You're not able to see the screen? Or rather, you can't put your video on? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm not able to.
That's okay. That's okay. You can go ahead with the.
Okay, fine, great. Okay, so thank you. First of all, I just wanted to thank you for this last minute opportunity for me. I think sometimes it's good to go unprepared than prepared. I actually wanted to congratulate all the speakers for a wonderful prepared speeches, so for a wonderful speeches. And I really got some of the good usage of language today. Okay, few of the words which I would like to tell about is a ponder upon. It's something, the meaning of that word is to think about something carefully. That's something which I learned about. Trip down the memory lane is talking or writing or thinking that happened to them long time ago. Spill the thunder away, like that is like taking a credit for someone else's work. And then some of the good sayings like, a leader is the one who brings extraordinary from the ordinary people. And one is beauty lies in the eyes of a beholder. That's another. And then one last is about our left and right brain. So that message is about all of us to keep our left brain active and conquer the world with the right brain. So all I can say, that was something a takeaway from this session today. So thank you, and over to you, Sudha. Sorry, Toastmasters.
Thank you. And what about the usage of the word?
Yes, I'm sorry, I just missed on that. So all the US speakers have used, most of them have used. Toastmaster Sudha used it once, Mahek used it once, Engelbert used it twice, and rest all. When they initially started with the exercise, that everyone tried to use the word epitome.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangram, for that wonderful elaboration of your grammarian report. I think Toastmaster Vishal also used it once, I remember. I do record him talking about it.
Yes. So initially, I understand. Yeah, he has used it once.
So that comes to my role as a trivia master, because of which I was paying a little bit more attention to things. And I had to make a note of few things that I'm going to test my members on. So we had a wonderful meeting today, in spite of a lot of glitches, I should say, a very unique meeting. And as they say, that adversity brings out the best in us. And this was an example of that, because we had a lot of dropouts just within 1 hour before the meeting was going to be held. And that also shows how quickly we were able to think of solutions and hold this particular meeting. Because the most important message in the world for any situation in our lives is that the show must go on. So we tried to do that. And I think, considering that, we have done a wonderful job. In fact, we should really put our hands together and congratulate the team effort that we all have put in to make this meeting work. So I will start with the different aspects of the meeting. But before that, let me just have a quick discussion on the trivia. Let me see how many of you were listening to the speeches. Yeah. So what was the word of the day, guys? Quick one.
Epitome.
Yes.
Epitome.
What was the song that Rakesh sang? He is a guest. He just went away. Even I don't remember, actually. Okay. What is NFT?
Non-fungible token.
Okay. What are the 3 leadership styles through examples that Mehek talked about? Okay, for this, I want everyone to raise their hands, please. 3 leadership styles. Come on, guys, you're not listening. Sorry. Yes,
Democratic
Engelbert.
was there, and affiliate, that democratic affiliate, and one more was
Akash
there.
has raised the hand. I think Akash and Hemant has raised the hand.
Yes, Engelbert, you're right, but I wanted the examples. So anyway, Akash, would you like to go?
Yes, ma'am. So autocratic style, where Steve Jobs
Yes.
was the one
Yes.
demonstrating autocratic style.
Yes. 3. I said 3. What's the other
Democratic
one?
style.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't remember the example, and I
Okay.
don't remember the third one also.
Okay, okay. So the democratic style was, I think she was referring to her father. And obviously the leaderships, the democratic style was also, the visionary was Martin Luther King. That was another one. See, if you remember it, I think it's also good for all of us. Okay. What is the title of Engelbert's speech? Easy one.
Cocktail.
Okay. What was the favorite singer of Glenn's? Not good, not good.
Shakira.
Shakira, yes. And who's the favorite singer of Mukesh? Who was a favorite? Who was a favorite?
You answered it.
Singer? Sorry.
I think you answered it. Walter,
No, but
you were saying.
who? Who's the
Mukesh,
person who
Mukesh.
likes? No, who's the person who likes Mukesh? Yeah, okay. And what was a difficult instrument that Vishal put in and I didn't answer it right?
Harp.
Saxophone.
No.
Harp.
Saxophone, I answered it right. But I answered CeeLo, but it was the harp. And who answered it correctly?
Glenn.
Yes. Okay, so that's just a quick, run around a few things that we covered in the speeches. I think we'll try and add this up. I think we have a small crowd here, so we were not able to test a little bit more, and I was multi-hatting, so I was not able to probably put in a lot of more trivia which we can use as a quiz. It just is a part of the general evaluation session. So the meeting did start on time, maybe 2 or 3 minutes late, because we were trying to set up few things, because we knew that the SARS would go off or a Zoom master would go off and stuff like that. So 3 minutes is okay. That's perfectly all right. So the SAR came through with a wonderful opening, a very energetic one. And he also concluded it with a story. The advice that I want to give Sangram is that he's a wonderful speaker. I think the only problem is when he comes in with a smile, he starts as a free flow. He's a great speaker. But once he starts referring something, he becomes a little nervous. So Sangram, we have spoken about this. So the story was something where you were trying to look or refer somewhere, and that's where you got a little lost. Try to get into the mode of a free flow, because that's what makes you a wonderful speaker. Because the way you came in and you started speaking, free flow was your second nature. I think that's what you should probably get into. And that also means that you might have to put in a little bit more effort, because to get that memorized in your brain, and the flow would be a good way to do it. I'm trying to be specific because sometimes I know the member and they are a little bit of a background and a little bit of challenges that they face. So I'll try to become a little bit more explicit on that. So after that, I started off with the presiding officer's address, and I did a big goof up by not calling up on the guests, maybe because I was trying to get with the flow of the meeting and all the multiple roles which I was playing. So I forgot to introduce the guests. So that is one thing we should avoid as a part of the presiding officer's address. And then came the Toastmaster of the day. And the Toastmaster of the day came up with such a beautiful topic, something which we really relaxed our nerves. And we also was supported by the members in a way that it made it a beautiful session. So kudos to that, Alvin. You started off with the singing, and we all felt that we were sitting in a karaoke session. Yeah, thanks to you. And the another thing, I thought you would just be singing a paragraph, but you actually sung the whole song. So that's okay. I think we really enjoyed it, and your yodeling skills are superb. I'm sure you do practice a lot of vocals. That's
No,
what
I don't do it all. I don't know. It's only on the bike. When I'm on the bike, I sing. Otherwise, at home, I don't get a chance at all. So it's only on the bike that when I'm going somewhere.
Okay. Okay, very good. Excellent. And that song which you sung was a song where Rajesh Khanna actually sings it on the bike. So
Yeah.
it was a good good feeling getting back to that. So
No,
kudos
that
to
is Amitabh. That is Amitabh Bachchan song. It's
Oh,
Amitabh Bachchan.
okay. I was thinking of another one. Sorry. So that was a great start and also a good add up to the theme, which was already presented very well by the Toastmaster of the day. He had some unique takeaways where he kind of talked about the basic, intermediate, and the tradition, the advanced way of music and how we adapt to those different levels and how it comes to us very naturally. So that was a beautiful takeaway, which I thought. And also the quizzes were enticing because we all were ready to participate in it. You made it a very interactive session. So kudos to that. Great job. We want to listen to more music. I think it will not be a bad idea to have a sequel to this again. Or maybe another Toastmaster can take it up with a different angle to music. Why not? I mean, there are so many things we can cover a particular musician. We can probably have a Antaksharis related something. Think of something new. I mean, I think that's the way we kind of bring up different ways to otherwise conduct a very standard format Toastmasters meeting. So congratulations to you, Toastmaster Vishal. And then we went on to the prepared speeches. We had Ritik, who talked about the topic which is very close to his heart, which is IT, and educated a lot of, what do you say, KG students in this topic like me on a lot of jargons, metaverse, NFT, and he also explained the relation to real life and how we are going to see things different in our lives going ahead. Thanks to you, Ritik. And then we came to the leadership, and we had two different people in two different stages of their lives who were talking about leadership. And that's what makes this forum so interesting, because we all come from different backgrounds and we learn from each other. So Mehek brought in a very nice angle to leadership, which was about, like I mentioned in my evaluation itself, about observing the people around her and also trying to take examples out of her reading and sports as well. So it was a very good speech, and that's how we must construct our speeches. Don't keep Googling and trying to find out how I make my speech effective. The raw material lies in us. So I think we need to start from there, and Meg did a wonderful job to begin from there, and the speech was absolutely enthralling, inspirational. I don't know what more to say. It was very good. Kudos, and you have started on your level 2 speech. Meh, can I see you? Why is it that you're hiding behind the screen? I want to see your beautiful face and your haircut, a new haircut that you've had after your examinations. Yeah. And then we went on to the next speech, which was also with the same objectives and given by a little bit more seasoned corporate person who has seen work life, and he gave a different angle. And that was a very practical angle where he wanted to give the message about being flexible, blending leadership styles and the situation and with the people that you manage. So kudos to that. So now what I want to say to all the members is every speech is not only about the delivery, the pace or vocal variety. It is also about so much knowledge. And if you go a little behind the people who are delivering it, you can understand that we have so much to offer and so much to learn from each other. So congratulations, Engelbert, a very good speech. In fact, I feel you've come a long way. You've really come a long way. I don't know what you feel about it, but I see you very easily taking up the stage and you talking, mimicking some incidents. It was so natural. And I still remember you getting worried about even taking a grammarian and an R counter role in the beginning. And look how you have progressed. So it's all about coming back, taking the stage, doing it more often, and then it becomes a second nature to you. And then you probably get into the act of public speaking very easily. That finishes our prepared speeches, and we get on to the table topic session. Our table topic session is a part where people look for a lot of fun and entertainment. And Rishikesh started off with trying to keep up with the same theme, which was music, and he did a good job on that. There's only one suggestion, Rishikesh, which I wanted to tell you was, try to make your questions a little short. Because what happens is when you talk about a question which is 2 sentences, the speaker is not able to take that one line out. And that is the challenge of a table topics master, to be able to come up with that topic which summarizes what exactly you want to know. For example, you were talking about what is the song that you would sing if you see a particular person. So it's a very long question. It should be summarized. And Alvin asked you twice, what is it that you're trying to say? So please, in your preparation, make it a point to bring a line maximum. It can be a long line, if possible 2 words or 3 words, or a question, and it should be an open-ended question and not a closed-ended question. So that's how the table topics become more easy for listeners to take it on and move ahead. But I really like the fact that you brought up what Alvin said in his earlier table topic session, which was listen, pause, confirm, and proceed. That's a very good takeaway. And that's how we learn from each other again, because this is what one must do when you're at the table topics stage. So that was a good job. Very good questions for sure, but maybe it should have been a little shorter. That's the only thing. And then we moved on to the general evaluation, and then everything has been spoken already. So I just have a few things to mention that, see, we all are together a club of around 35 members now. And we do have exigencies and emergencies, but please try to inform us a couple of days before, because we can patch up with people, but if we know it only 1 hour before, it becomes very difficult. I mean, there are people who can multi-hat, but there are some people who can't multi-hat, and that comes with time. So we please need to be appreciative of this, and so that our quality of meetings don't suffer. We don't do anything which is not in the Toastmasters format, and we still have fun. I mean, that's the most important thing. We can't be in the mood of, being nervous about something. We need to also enjoy the 2 hours that we are here. Apart from that, great meeting, and looking forward to many more of such confluence of ideas and thoughts to make it more interesting. And themes, I mean, I'm ready to take up different ways of conducting Toastmaster sessions. So let's think creative. Please DM me if you have ideas. If you want to do it, or you want somebody else to do it, but you have the idea, anything, please text to me, and I'm ready to take it on. With that, we go on to the award session, which is Vishal, have you sent it to me? I think I have table topics. Big 3. Have you taken a big 3?
Big 3, not yet.
So do we have
I
a
can do
polling
that.
for big 3?
I can do that. Give me like 2 minutes.
Great, Mehak. In the meanwhile, I'll probably go around the guests to just hear something from them. Hemant, can we welcome to the Toastmasters meeting? Sorry, it is my bad that I didn't get to introduce you in the beginning of the meeting. I hope you're having a wonderful time and you like the session. So we'd like to hear something from you, Hemant.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm sorry, my video is not working. Hello everyone, my name is Hemant Basagade. I am from Nagpur. I came to know about Toastmasters from my colleague, and I wanted to improve upon my orating skills. and I was searching for the platform, and one of my friends suggested me Toastmasters. So hopefully, uh, and today's meeting was really very good and lively. I wasn't actually expecting this. I was thinking that it will be a boring one, but no, it was very lively and very interesting, and all the people were very involved, and I really enjoyed it. And hopefully, by continuing this, I would like to improve myself and my orating skills. Thank you so much for giving me this
Absolutely.
opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Hemant. Yes, you have only seen 12 to 15 members. We go up to 20, 22 members generally. Today has been a little unusual. And if you like this session, we have a lot of interesting sessions which we have had in the past, and hopefully we'll have more of such. Please keep joining us, and we'll be in touch with you, Hemant. Akash, we are eagerly waiting to hear from you. Sorry, I couldn't introduce you again in the beginning, but want to hear from you how you like the meeting so far.
No problem, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Akash Damani. Actually, I am uh, going for my MBA for my post graduation, so I needed to hone some skills before it. So my friend suggested Toastmasters. Actually, my brother uh, is a vice president in JP Morgan, so he also is connected to a club, so he suggested Toastmasters. So I just contacted the leader of the club, Borivali club, and he suggested me to join this club today. So I, I actually had a good experience today. I was expecting this kind of a session because it's a kind of a professional session. I could guess, so it was good.
Thank you so much, Akash. Yes, JP Morgan is also belonging to the same area that we do belong to as well. Thank you so much for those kind words. And we do look forward to seeing you at the sessions in the future. We have another MBA student or an MBA aspirant in our group who's also preparing himself for these sessions. And he also happens to be my mentee. So I know the struggles he has in handling the group discussions and the interviews. So he has been asking me for certain specific help as well. So let me know if you keep joining us. We can probably arrange for you also something similar. Thanks, Akash. And with that, I get on to the most important part of the awards, which is the award session. Mehak, the only thing is that it's not best of big three. What we voted for is for the best tag role player.
Yeah,
No worries, no worries. I just had to clarify that.
I'll make the best of big three.
Best of big three is between the TMoD,
Modi.
GE, and TTM. Yeah. So with that, let me start with the award session before we get the actual voting of best of big three. The prepared speeches section, we almost had a tie and between the two qualified speakers, because yes, it was very difficult for us to pick up who's the better speaker, because they both brought in some amazing ideas and a very good, well-crafted speech. So the award goes to Toastmaster Mehak. Congratulations, Toastmaster Mehak. And Engelbert, you are also the winner, as I told you. It was a very close finish. Yeah. Now we move on to the best table topic speaker. Okay. It's yours truly. Thank you. Thank you so much. Are we sharing the certificates later, right? I believe, yeah, because the polling was not happened. Okay. Next, we move on to the best tag role player, and that is sorry, Walter, are you sending it to me? Or Vishal?
Yes, just give me a second.
Tag role, I think Mehak has already posted the link?
No, that is the actual best of big three. And we had voted for big three, which was earlier, which was for tag role player. Am I right, Mehak? Or
Yeah,
you're
so
still are
Yeah.
you still putting the actual best of big
Yes,
three
yes,
now?
I'll do it.
No, ma'am, I just messaged you.
Okay, okay. And the best evaluator goes to, have we got the best evaluator? No, we haven't got the best evaluator also. Okay, the best tag role player goes to a person who has done the role for the first time and done it as though she has been there many times before, very comfortably placed. And Sonam, we are really looking forward to hearing more from you. So congratulations, Toastmaster Sonam, for being the best tag role player.
Thank you.
This is not fair. Who is the other evaluator? The best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Walter. No, I'm not going to take any more awards now, guys. I think you guys, please take the stage. Please take the awards. Thank you. Thank you. So it's Toastmaster Walter getting the best evaluator. I hope you're making record of it. We'll do the certificates later. Yeah. And the best of big three. Anyways, before that, can somebody fill the gap with some good song or some nice music or something like that? Alvin, can we have a short more performance, or maybe Akash probably, or
I would like to
Hemant?
sing towards the end when we started. So end two lines I would like to sing. Started with
Yes?
music, so let us end with music.
Yeah, let's do that. Come on.
So still that session is on. Right? So towards the end we do it. 2 lines only.
Okay. Then let's just vote for the actual best of big three. Yeah. Is the voting over?
So, ma'am, with your permission, since I'm like the TMoD, I would like to at least the theme being music, maybe like, sort of try to attempt singing a song. And not that I have like a great voice or something, but I'll just try to see like, what I can come up with. So this song, which
Sure.
is like pretty close to my heart. So I just like to say a few lines of it. So please excuse my voice because I'm not a great singer, but anyways, it goes something like this. So close, no matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust in who we are, and nothing else matters. I never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we'll live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Thank you.
Great.
That's a very good attempt, Vishal. I think you'll have to tell us about the song. Who's the singer?
So this is a song by a rock band called Metallica. So it's like
Yes.
a pretty like old song, maybe in the 90s or something, but it's very close to my heart. And it really like, when I'm feeling a bit low or something, I just listen to it and it just gives me that power, that surge to kind of like, just keep fighting. Like nothing else matters. Just go for what you
Brilliant.
want.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And coming from the Toastmaster of the day with that message, who believes in music to uplift his moods, I think that's a wonderful thought. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. And now the best of big three award goes to, any guesses? The Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. But I think the award needs to be like shared with each and everyone, because without your interaction and the participation, this would not have been the session that it is. I know we have pretty lone audience, but I think kudos to each and every one of you for coming out and participating with your full heart. So thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, absolutely, Vishal. You spot on, because music connects, and music connects boundaries, people, race, religion, anything. And that's what, if you bring up a theme like music, everybody is going to be involved. So that is what it proves. Great. Thank you so much, Vishal. And with that, unless anybody has any questions, which we can take later, we would like to end the meeting with a song from Hemant.
Are you asking me or Alvin sir, ma'am?
I don't know. Somebody said that you said it, right? I will end the song with.
No, I said
end the
that. I said
meeting
that.
with song.
Alvin sir said.
I said that.
Alvin. Okay, yes, Alvin. Okay, sorry, my bad.
No, I just said I will sing 2 songs, and I want everybody to participate in that. So we started when I said the first song. It was "Chala Jata Hu Kisi Ki Dhun Mein." So that means that not bothered about what others think, what others are, what the world is, what is in your mind. You are going ahead in life. So to end it, another song on the same lines, "Chalte Chalte." So
Nice
sing
song.
together.
Let's go ahead. Yeah.
चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना। रोते हंसते बस यूं ही तुम गुनगुनाते रहना,
क्या बात है।
कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना।
Beautiful, Alvin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think we should have a session hosted by Alvin, and we should probably have music in a different light. You think of it, Alvin. Think about how you want to do it. Why not? Let's have something. Yeah, very soon. Thank you so much, guys. And with this, I would like to end today's meeting. If somebody can press the record button to pause, and then we can have a discussion.
So I don't know, but then
I think the recording button was put off.
Streaming. No, recording is off. Live streaming is still on.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. Ritik has left because he had something to do.
Yeah.
We might have to have the recording continuing. That's fine. We'll end the meeting. Any other thoughts, guys? Anything that you'll want to share? Akash and Hemant, can we see your video as well? We want to recognize you. If you
Vishal?
I'm
Yes.
sorry, my camera is not working. That's why.
Yeah. Hi, Akash. Hi.
Hello, ma'am.
So you said you're the one who's doing the MBA thing. You want to do the CAT as well as the common entrance as well, the IIM also.
Yes, I'm actually applying. Yeah.
And you're an engineer?
No. Actually, I am a graduate from NM BCom.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Great, guys. So Hemant,
Vishal, this thing.
Yes,
sorry.
Yeah.
Vishal, I think you are the host. So I think you can click on this 3